Hello, beautiful people, wherever and whenever you may be listening to this show across the entire globe. Today is Saturday, February 24th, 2018, and I am your host, Shishi O'Donnell, coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. I am a life, love, and relationship coach, divine lifestyle consultant, certified angel therapy practitioner, and much more, and you are now listening to International Angels Network. We are a show that explores angels, healing, metaphysics, and other empowering topics. We are a live call-in show, so give us a ring at 1-516-453-9162. That is 1-516-453-9162. You may also Skype into the show for free from anywhere around the world. You will see a Skype icon on the Blog Talk website while we are live on air. Make sure you press 1 on your phone keypad or Skype keypad if you would like to speak with me or our guest, and then you will be in the queue. This episode of International Angels Network is sponsored by Holistic Light Rejuvenation Center, a charitable organization. For more information about the center, please visit www.internationalangelsnetwork.com. I am delighted to introduce internationally known master healer and spiritual teacher Zarathustra. Zarathustra is the founder of Fifth Dimensional Quantum Healing and Awareness, and he has dedicated his life to elevating human consciousness. After 30 years of studying with Eastern and Western masters from across the globe, Zarathustra started receiving a series of downloads from beings identifying themselves as his fifth dimensional guides. They gave him innate abilities to perform psychic surgery, X-ray vision, and turned his right hand into a high-frequency transmitter. Zarathustra now travels around the world. He offers workshops with transformative spiritual understandings, third eye activations, and shamanic healing to deeply alchemize your consciousness, heal your mental, emotional, and physical body, and ultimately bring you back to that place of silence and stillness within your being where the real you exists. Welcome to the show, Zarathustra.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
It is such an honor to be interviewing such a powerhouse of amazingness on here. Thank you for agreeing to be on the show.
It's my pleasure.
Well, there's so many amazing and fascinating things about you. Where shall we start? How about where are you from originally with that accent?
I'm Persian. I'm Iranian through my parents. I was born in Paris, France, and then we migrated to Tehran, Iran when I was 5 years old. And then migrated to the U.S. at age 19, and I've been living in the U.S. for past 40 years.
Yeah, so you're American. So how did you get the name Zarathustra? Is that what your parents named you?
No, Zarathustra, the name was given to me by Osho and Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh, known as Osho. And in 1989, I took sannyas when that they call it taking sannyas from the master, and that's how I received the name.
Wow, it's such a powerful name because it's actually the name of the original Persian Zarathustra, which is the original Persian religion, right? And he was the founder of that religion, a Persian prophet, right?
Right. Zarathustra or Zoroaster, or in Farsi they call it Zarathustra. He is the founder of Zoroastrianism, and the Persians about 3,000 years ago they adopted that religion and they became Zoroastrians until 600 BC that Muhammad and the Muslims attacked Iran and took over and converted Iranians to the new religion, which is the Islamic Islam. So.
But what you're doing is not related to this religion. It just happens to be the name Osho gave you, your spiritual name. right?
Yes.
Or
yeah. Yes, exactly. I'm not preaching or practicing Zoroastrian religion. In fact, I don't practice any religions. I just simply operate from my heart and share the wisdom and the love that I feel inside myself with my people.
Beautiful. So love is your religion.
Love is my religion. That's right.
I love it. When did you first have your spiritual awakening? You obviously if you've been seeking, for Eastern and Western masters across the globe for 30 years, it must have been a long time ago. You've been on a path as a seeker for a while.
Yeah. Well, the love of God was always there. I had a very strong love of God from childhood, and but I would say maybe my first very profound spiritual experience was when I was 21 years old, and then I had a powerful dream. That was a healing dream, actually, that I had a dream that my mother had died, and I walked into the kitchen of the house where she had fallen down on the floor, and she was dead for 3 weeks, probably for 3 weeks, and half of her body had decomposed. And I walk up to her, and of course it's very dramatic, the scene, and traumatizing, and I grab one hand of her and I put my other hand towards the sky, and I see a waterfall of light, of golden light, falls through and transfers into my body and goes to her body, and she comes back to life. And the next morning when I woke up from that dream, I realized that at one point in my life I will have something to do with healing work. So this was one of the most profound spiritual experiences I had at that time. And then nothing happened for another 7-8 years. And 7-8 years after that, I started to go through a series of different events that happened, and then the calling began to take place, and started to be seeking, looking into Buddhism. I was looking into Islamic Sufism, and sniffing around in different religions and groups and whatever spirituality was available at that time to me. And so that's how basically it started it.
So how did you meet Osho? That's pretty extraordinary. I mean, most people have heard of Osho, but not many people have actually met him and been given a spiritual name by him. How did that come about? Was in India, or?
Yeah, that happened in 1989. I've not met Osho in person. This was in 1989 that I took Osho sannyas in one of their centers in San Diego. It's in Encinitas. I applied for becoming an Osho sannyasin, but it's ironic because the day after I went through my ceremony, he appeared to me in my dreams, in a dream, and he gave me darshan. He touched my head, and it was a very profound experience of as if I was sitting in front of the master. So that's my meeting.
That's incredible. So your brand of healing and your modality is called fifth dimensional quantum healing. Can you explain to our listeners what the fifth dimension is?
Fifth dimension is, in a nutshell, fifth dimension is a unified field of oneness, a unified field of love, without the illusion of duality, without any notions of separation. So it's just oneness. And it's very difficult for an average person to imagine fifth dimension because it's in the absence of any sort of separation. It's in the absence of somebody being separated from that field. So we get glimpses of our fifth dimensional self, but we cannot imagine it. We can only experience it, because once we experience it, there is no person. But yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, so that's a great description of it. How did you first become or decide to become a fifth dimensional quantum healer?
I didn't. I didn't decide on it. It decided on me. I started hearing whispers of these beings, spirits, entities, and they started to identify themselves to me as my fifth dimensional guides. And so I'm hearing these voices in my ear. And I first tried to deny it, but they were very persistent. And this is how I encountered and came across the fifth dimension and fifth dimensional beings.
So they were whispering in your ear, like, become a healer, or how did you have, when you had the series of downloads, how did that happen?
Yeah, they're whispering. This goes on for like 3 weeks to a month. They're whispering in my ear, and they're saying, go make a business card. And I'm like, what do I write? And they say healing. So, but I'm kind of ignoring it. But it keeps saying healing, healing, healing. And it became annoying. And finally I say, okay, I'm going to get a business card and write healing. Then the next thing they say, quantum healing. And then after that comes fifth dimensional quantum healing. And I'm like, I'm not going to go make a business card, write fifth dimensional quantum healing, and make a fool out of myself. I don't even know how to spell. At that moment, I don't even know how to spell fifth dimensional quantum healing, so I have to really pay attention to it, let alone to create a business card. And I didn't even know what it was. So I have to, they said, go research fifth dimensional quantum healing. So I Googled fifth dimensional quantum healing, and it doesn't exist. There is fifth dimension, there's quantum healing, but there's nothing such as fifth dimensional quantum healing. And I'm like, it's not there. They say, yeah, it's not there because you're going to create it. So,
wow.
So as I study it more, I read about fifth dimension and I read about healing and quantum healing. Things started to make sense, and they're giving me vision. And so everything comes together step by step.
And so now you not only do healing yourself, but you teach others around the world to do fifth dimensional quantum healing. How did someone learn this?
Yeah, I mean, well, I was practicing for a number of years, but I didn't have the go-ahead, and it didn't feel right to teach it. And about 3 years ago, one of my students in Norway, she started to keep saying, like, it's time to you teach this modality of healing. And so I began to put things together, and then one step at a time, we started to teach different levels of this healing modality, because it's very, very complete. It's not just about energy work. There's a lot of different aspects of the healing that we're covering, and so step by step, I had to structure it and put it together. And now we're offering 4 levels of fifth dimensional quantum healing, and each level covers a different area.
So I understand you're going to be offering a training program in Los Angeles this weekend, March 2nd, for level 1 and 2. What is covered in those levels?
Great question. What we do is, at first, in level 1, as far as there's different sections that I will explain it to you, is we're going to, as technically what we're going to learn is first we're going to learn how to feel, touch, and restore the auric field of ourselves and other people. And that's very important because this is a planet of energy, and everything is made out of energy. And most of the times, health issues or emotional problems, psychological problems, they begin to happen in the auric field, in the energetic field of the person. And as we work on that, we correct that, many, many times we'll realize that this pattern, the problem in the body or the psyche will disappear as we put the auric field back together. So that one aspect of the work. But then we don't just stay in one place. We learn how to do energy work. We learn in level 1 how to, through touch, by touching somebody's back and shoulders, how to read and receive information about their blockages and their problems. And we learn how to do that. And also, after we learn that, we learn how to sweep things out, how to bring this information out of the person's body out, and helping the person, raising their vibrations to a higher frequency, and which is the very basics of fifth dimensional quantum healing, is changing vibrations, raising vibrations to a higher frequency. And as we do that, old cellular memory, which is stored in the body, will just dissipate and it will be deleted. And so old patterns will disappear automatically by simply raising someone's vibrations to a higher frequency. So we learn how to do that. And of course, it sounds very complex, but I make it very easy because we use active meditations and self-love affirmations, dances, jumping up and down, laughing, and all of these different various type of activities will help the student to learn how to raise their own vibrations very quickly to a higher frequency. And as they learn how to do that, they can transmit the power of love, the power of universal energy to the person they work with and they work on. So these are the things, some of the things we're going to be learning at level 1. Sheila, you must understand that the most important thing that on this planet that heals anything is love. Love is the very fabric of the universe, and love heals. So in fifth dimensional quantum healing, we put a lot of emphasis on self-love because that's where it needs to start, to love ourselves. And once we get established in that area, we can transmit that to other people.
That's beautiful. Love is the healer. So what about psychic surgery? I see you teach that in level 2. How does that work? Is that where you, with your mind, you actually do surgery?
Yeah, it's basically nothing we do is with the mind. Actually, we go beyond the mind. And we learn in level 2, as we get more established in the work, and we learn how to quiet our mind. And through the various different kind of activities, we quiet our mind and we go into this place of pure heart. And then what happens is that we get access to these hidden powers that it's already inside us, because we also have third eye activation, and we do third eye activation throughout both level 1 and level 2. So what it does, it activates the information which is already within us. And as the information starts to get activated and released, we realize how we can do psychic surgery. Psychic surgery that we do is basically we begin to experience that the laser beam is coming out of our hands and or eyes, and this laser beam goes inside the person's body, the receiver, and will cut through whatever it needs to cut through and does the surgery through the laser. So we learn how to do that.
And then as you activate the third eye, that increases their psychic and intuition abilities and healing abilities, all of it?
Absolutely, because when we refer to third eye, it's really the pineal gland. And the pineal gland, which is our third eye, which has a retina, a cornea, and a lens in it, that's how it got known as the third eye, because this small gland, which is the size of a pea, green pea, it's tucked in between the two hemispheres of the brain. And the pineal gland, when scientists discovered it and they dissected it, they realized that there's a lens, a retina, and a cornea. And this gland is sensitive to light, so it's bioluminescent. It gets activated through light waves. But the part that we're very interested in this gland is that it produces a substance called DMT, dimethyltryptamine. And the production of the DMT by the brain, it gives us first-hand access to all of our psychic abilities. So if somebody may develop clairvoyant abilities or clairsentient or clairaudient, whatever, they may become a much larger channel of energy transference, or being a medium or being a psychic, a bigger channel of receiving information. So you can have enhanced psychic abilities or artistic abilities as your third eye gets activated. So we're going to get into depth in that and learn about pineal gland. We're going to learn how to get activated and how to activate ourselves and activate other people. And as we're doing this, all these other abilities that we have get enhanced. And we're going to learn that in level 1 and level 2.
And what about shamanic healing? How does shamanic healing work?
The shamanic healing that we learn in level, we get some introduction to it at level 1. And in level 2, we go deeper into it. And we learn how to bring the ancient shaman, which is inside of each and every one of us. We bring that out. And it's a more intuitive kind of a healing. And we infuse that with sound vibration, because shamanic healing needs sound. And sound healing is very powerful. And so we learn how to do that as well, whether we use indigenous instruments for sound, like shakers or rattles or drums or Tibetan bowls, or we make noises ourselves. So we learn all of that.
That sounds fantastic. And if someone wants to fly in, if someone's in LA right now, or if they want to fly in for the course, there are still some available spots for this weekend, March 2nd.
Yeah, we still have some spots there, and we also have some early bird discount seats available. There's like 2 or 3 seats left, and then if they're interested, they need any information, we'll just provide it for them and help them and assist them to find a place to stay.
And what's the best, how do they register?
The best is if they come on our website at Zarathustra.tv and get information, or they can write to us at info@5thhealing.com, 5thhealing.com. healing.com. So there's different ways of connecting with us.
Great. Wonderful. So that's great to know. So anyone who wants to register for that, go to Zarathustra, ZARATHUSTRA.tv, and you can sign up there. So I'd love for you to lead us in a meditation, that like a fifth dimensional vibrational meditation, so that our listeners can experience your energy firsthand. Would you be up for that?
Absolutely. I mean, to do something simple and easy that everybody from anywhere can do is, I would recommend that we just simply either be sitting or standing up in a comfortable position, and we close our eyes and take a deep breath and just relax, and without any agendas, without any kind of trying to do something or not doing something, and simply being in this place and bringing our attention on our breath, and just taking a few deep breaths and relax, and not trying not to think or trying to think, neither or, just simply being. Let the mind and the body do its thing. And bringing our focus on our breath. And now I would recommend we put our hands on our chest area, on heart area, and just feeling our own presence, just feeling whatever this moment brings. Again, not really trying to do anything, not trying to stop the mind from thinking or visualizing things, just simply being, allowing things to happen naturally without any manipulation. And as we take a deep breath, there's this sense of all is well. There's this sense that everything is fine and everything's taken care of, and there's nothing really to worry about. And we can just visualize now that we're kind of slowly losing our boundaries of the body, and we become light. We can see like there is a golden light, like a ball, shining ball of light is shining through our hearts, through our bodies. And this light, this golden light, is expanding in its size and is taking over our body. As we're just being relaxed in this state and simply breathing in and out without any effort, this golden light begins to expand and take over our entire surrounding. And it keeps growing and growing, and it takes over the city that we live in. And we're just very relaxed in this place of calmness, with this sense that all is well, everything is taken care of, and there's nothing to worry about. As we're breathing in and out, the golden light expands, and it takes over the continent. And we're simply here, no agendas, nowhere to go, and nothing to do, but simply being in this moment. And feeling the presence of this, the magnitude of this love, this energy that is available. And as we're here, this ball of light, this divine love, this presence expands and takes over the planet Earth. And it keeps growing and growing. And it has no limits or boundaries. And by now we're in this place that it's even very difficult to even feel our bodies, because our bodies disappear into the presence, into this energy, this moment, this place. And take a deep breath and just allow, and just know that all is very well. And as we have our hands on our chest, I would ask everyone if you please put your ideas of yourself away, your self-judgment away, and come to this place of love and loving yourself for who you are, loving yourself for the way you are, without any judgment, without any ideas of yourself. Just simply love yourself in this very moment. And repeat after me, if you please. I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love myself.
I love everybody.
I love everybody.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
I forgive everybody.
I forgive everybody.
Because I'm love.
Because I'm love.
Because I'm light.
Because I'm light.
Because I'm spirit.
Because I'm spirit.
That's why I love myself.
That's why I love myself.
And I forgive myself.
And I forgive myself.
I say yes to love.
I say yes to love.
Yes to love.
Yes to love.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes to love. Oh, I love it. I'm such a yes to love. That's so beautiful. Thank you for that. And you have a free academy, I understand, on Tuesdays that you do.
Yes.
You do meditations and help people. How can someone join your academy?
Yeah, through our website, Zarathustra.tv. It's Zara. If somebody doesn't remember, they can think of the clothing store named Zara, Zara. And then there's TH, and then there's US, like the United States, TRA, Zarathustra.tv. So they can come on our website, they click on the Fifth Dimensional Academy of Higher Consciousness, they join the academy, we will send them a link, and it's free of charge, and they can join us on Tuesday. We broadcast from 10 in the morning Pacific Standard Time till 11:30. So it's a 1.5 hour. We'll do a meditation, transmission, then I give a talk, and then there's question and answers. And if anyone has any problems, issues, they want to discuss it with me, they just share it with me and I'll give answers. It's an interactive session. It's a webinar. It's an interactive, so we do talk to each other. and we can see each other. So that's what we do every Tuesday. Yeah.
So everyone can sign up at Zarathustra.tv. So now we're at the, oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, there's no obligations. Person can come in and leave as they wish, or so there's no obligations.
Okay, wonderful. So we're now at the midway point of our show, and we'll be taking calls or for questions or free live mini readings for those of you with specific questions for Zarathustra. So please give us a ring at 1-516-453-9162. Listen to International Angels Network 5 days a week, where we explore everything metaphysical, spiritual, mystical, and much more. And we also take your calls for angel messages live on the air. You can connect with me at internationalangelsnetwork.com/she-she. For info on my readings, events, and coaching packages, please visit my website, divineguidancereadings.com, divineguidancereadings.com, or follow or friend me on social media. You can find me on Facebook with Shishi O'Donnell or Angel Shishi on Instagram and Twitter. So give us a ring, 516-453-9162. Make sure you press 1 on your phone keypad or Skype keypad if you'd like to speak with Zarathustra. So we have a Facebook Live question first from Yvonne Oglesby for Zarathustra. Is your healing technique like Reiki?
Reiki is energy work, and we do use energy work, but our healing techniques is very much hands-on. So unless we're doing long distance. So in this hands-on healing, we learn how to sweep, cleanse the body with our hands, literally sweeping the body, pulling out all the information out of the body. And then it does require also some manipulations. So pressing in certain area of the body for information to be released. You can say for the blockage to open up or the bad negative energy to come out. That's a way of saying it. So, yeah. And then we use sound vibrational therapy. And so it's a lot more comprehensive in comparison to Reiki.
Yeah. So, great. That's a good answer. It's not Reiki. It's much more than Reiki. Or different. We're going to say more. We're going to say different. So we have Denise from Alabama on the line. Denise, are you there?
How are you? Yes. Hi. I would like your mini reading.
Okay. You'd like a mini reading. Do you have a question that you'd like to know?
Yes. I have two cases. I have 2 cases pending, 2 income cases, and I would like to know will they be approved soon.
Income cases, meaning money coming in for a settlement, or?
Yes, one is a settlement, and the other one is something else. Yes.
Okay, so the card I got is overcoming difficulties. Archangel Jeremiel. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. I feel good about one of them coming in fairly soon, and the other one I'm not getting a read of a yes, a hard yes on. So you may want to get very proactive about your life, your gifts, and start doing things, because I also pulled the card Alchemy. You have the Midas touch right now, and every project you begin turns to gold. So your angels want you to get not just waiting for this money to come in and then everything's fine and dandy. It's about you sharing your mission and sharing your gifts with the world. And if you have an idea for a business or to do something, they highly recommend the timing is now to get in action and do it. Do you have something you've been thinking about doing?
Yes, I've been thinking about opening up a business. Yes, a small store. Yes.
Okay. Well, they're telling you that you have the Midas touch, and every project you begin turns to gold. And I feel you need a team of really good people to help you, implement your vision to make it come in reality. And I do think some of the money that you're going to get will be great to use for this. So do all the groundwork now, do the business plan, do the visioning, do the meetings, as if you already have all the money in the world that you need. Start taking actions right now. So that's your reading from the angels. Thanks for calling in, Denise.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good one. So Zarathustra, I know angel readings is not one of your, we have area code 585. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Jeannie. I'm calling from New York.
Hi, Jeannie. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you too?
Great. Do you have a question for Zarathustra or a little mini reading? What would you like?
Just a mini reading about, I had the same thing as a business I want to start, and I wanted to see if you get anything on it.
Okay. Power of prayer. Give this situation to God. For uplifting and healing, be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives you in response to your prayers. So, two things. Regarding starting that, whatever that you're wanting to start, they want you to do a lot of meditation, prayer, getting really clear, and then when you get a divine guidance, which is you're going to have an impulse to go somewhere, call someone, you must do it in that moment because doors open in this moment right now. And it's the other card I got up for you is synchronicity. Your prayers and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. Notice them in order to increase their flow. So with this business idea that you have, it being successful or not rests upon, are you going to be in the flow? I mean, you could call it the fifth dimensional vibration flow of, if you're in the field of unity and oneness and you are in a clear space, you're available to hear guidance from your angels, your guides, from God, to tell you what direction to go and where to go. But I feel if you're in a state of clarity with a lot of, meditation time, you're going to start getting ideas and guidance, and you must follow, because the angels don't tell you, do this, 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 and this, like 10 things. They say in each now moment, because all we have is the eternal moment of now, they will give you guidance in this moment, and then they give you the next step. So I feel you've been getting steps, and you haven't been in action. You've had ideas, and you've had this business idea for a long time, and you haven't really done too much with it. They want you to start taking specific action steps that they will guide you to do. Does that make sense?
It does. Yes, it does.
Okay. Well, thank you for your call, love. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks. Area code 315. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Good afternoon. Hi.
Hi. How can we help you, love?
I'm calling. Thank you very much, Vicky. Thank you, Zarathustra, and thank you, Claudia Ibarra, for having this show. I appreciate it.
You're so welcome.
Thank you. I'm calling because I would how I can help myself heal. I'm sick with my whole digestive system for the past 2 years. I had surgery, emergency surgery. They took my gallbladder. I've had, and I still have, maybe there. I'm sorry.
Can you give her a reading on digestive system, Zarathustra?
Yes, absolutely. I'm just checking out to see what comes for me right now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, this is something you need to look into. It's called the leaky gut. Leaky gut.
Leaky gut.
Yes. And
all right.
And this is what you really need to pay attention. And it's very difficult for a normal MD to give you that information because it's not so much in their education. And leaky gut, when there is a microscopic opening in the small intestine, you can't see it with endoscopy. And so what happens is undigested molecule of food starts to leak in from the intestine, leaks into the blood flow and in your blood. And what happens, it triggers the immune system to react to it. And so what happens most of the time, it begins with gluten. And then it leads to lactose and sugar molecules that they leak into the blood. And it triggers the immune system. And there's a myriad of different kind of health issues that starts to happen through that immune system reaction. So until you really pay attention and address this issue, it's very, very difficult to heal anything else in the body. Because you have to understand 80% of your immune system is in your digestion, and 95% of the neurotransmitters are in the digestive tract. So any kind of disturbances in digestion will create all kinds of health issues and emotional and psychological problems. So leaky gut is what you really need to look into.
Does that make sense, Flo?
Yes, it does. Thank you so very much for that. I will speak to my doctor and gastroenterologist and my gastroenterologist surgeon about this.
Well, that's the point. What he's saying is that it's not in their paradigm. They don't understand leaky gut. They want you to have surgeries that can take your money and keep you disabled for life. I'm sorry, that sounds a little harsh, but it's not a holistic.
No, I understand that.
Treatment. So he's suggesting you do some research online and look up leaky gut and how to heal it naturally. Is that what you're suggesting, Zarathustra?
Yeah, number one is you want to go on YouTube, and you can look for leaky gut. One of the best people you can look for is Dr. Peter Osborne on the YouTube.
Dr. Peter
Osborne. Yeah, Dr. Peter Osborne, leaky gut. And he's one of the best I've heard. And once you listen to him, everything's going to make sense. You're going to realize, because you're going to identify with your symptoms with what he's explaining to you. And so then you research more and you start to understand what the problem is. And then when you're dealing with your physician, you're coming from a position of knowledge and you're not left out in the dark. So I very much recommend for you, my dear, that you educate yourself on this area. Okay?
I will do so. Thank you so much.
All right.
I wrote down everything.
Wonderful. Right. Many blessings, and we're sending healing angels your way as well to help you through this process.
I appreciate that. Thank you so very much.
You're so welcome. So I would love to announce a special announcement. One of our sponsors of the Holistic Light Rejuvenation Center, Sundi Sturgeon, her book, Warrior Women with Angel Wings, just hit #1 on the international bestseller list on Amazon. So congratulations to Cindy. I'm excited to be in her next compilation book coming up called Warrior Women with Angel Wings, Born to Love. That'll be released in March. I have a chapter as a co-author in that book. And we're really proud of all our co-contributors that shared their angel stories of miracles and in their lives. And I would like to announce that on Sunday, the 25th, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a special show with Claudia Ibarra on tips and tricks of the month, social media. Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Angel Talk with Sue and guest Claire Candy Ho. And we have area code 973. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello, area code 973. Are you still there?
Hi. Yes, I am.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Do you have a question for Zarathustra?
Yes, I do. I'm trying to learn more about healing from past events. And I try meditation. Sometimes it just works to relax my brain, but it doesn't necessarily just remove the pain from everything.
So your question is?
So what is your question, my dear?
I just want to, find out more about healing. And my question pretty much is, am I going to be able to move past the people that have been deliberately trying to hurt me?
Yes, absolutely you can. The first thing you need to do is to bring your attention on yourself and not on the people, and switching your relationship to what has happened. This is what I did, and this is what I share with other people. Number one is to realize that anything that has happened in your life was a part of the plan, and it had to be in that way. It could not be any other way, because it happened that way. And for me to go beyond what had happened to me, one of my experiences was that I was in a political prison and being tortured. And for me to heal myself, to go beyond that, was to look at the torturers, looking at them as beings who were contracted with me to come and to teach me what I had to learn. And anyone who has betrayed me, they have cheated me, any wrongdoing have done to me, I thank them for the experiences that they co-created with me. And they helped me become who I am today. So I'm grateful for it, because they came to my life to help me learn what I had to learn. And this life is about that. And we have to go to the bitter part of the life to taste the sweet. And this is the nature of this life. And so anything has happened to me in a bad way, I'm grateful for it, because it has helped me to become who I am. And in this move, in this shift of awareness and consciousness, I'm no longer a victim. I have shifted my awareness from a victim stand, and I've empowered myself by being grateful and having gratitude for life's teachings to make me become who I am today, because I'm a much better, radiant person in comparison to who I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago. So this is number one thing that I share with you, to shift your view and turn the poison into medicine. So something that was poisonous in your life and damaging, now you're looking at it completely different, as an education and something that has helped you to become who you are. So you're no longer a victim. Number two is how to handle the pain, is that you need an education in regards of how to observe your mind and your emotions, how to become the witness of your emotions and not be identified with them. And I'm not saying for you not to feel and to push the feelings away, but what I'm saying is that by witnessing the pain, when the pain comes and you feel whatever uncomfortable feeling that you feel, instead of saying that, for example, I am sad, I am depressed, I'm feeling pain, is that you say pain is visiting me, sadness is visiting me, fear is visiting me. And by saying that this feeling is visiting you, you have shifted your relationship. You're no longer a victim, you're no longer bound by that feeling, but as a small, choiceless person, now you have shifted your relationships with these feelings as being an observer of it, as a witness of it. And shortly the feeling will be gone and has no power over you because of what you just did. You just changed simple words. Rather than saying, I am in pain, you say, pain is visiting me. and all of a sudden pain has no power over you. Okay, my dear?
Does that help? Does that help,
Yes.
Bob? Thank you so much for your call. And we have time for one more quick reading. Area code 502. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Terry, and I am in Jeffersonville, Indiana.
Hi, Terry. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful. Did you have a question for Zarathustra or a mini reading?
I did. Nope. Actually, I had a question.
Okay.
So I've been on your webpage, and I took a look around, and I signed up for the Fifth Dimensional Academy, which I thought was really, really interesting. My question becomes, is dealing with this, and you're talking about the Peruvian shamanism that's here, how similar to this is it to the Mano Key or the Shambhala MDT?
Did you catch that, Zarathustra? Sorry.
Not really. I'm not sure if I understand.
The Mano Key is Peruvian shaman. What you're doing within your techniques that you're teaching, how similar to those are to the Mano Key, which is part of the Peruvian shamanism?
Right. Okay.
Are you familiar with the Mano Key, Zarathustra?
To a certain point. There is similarities here because what we both do is that we use sound healing and motions, and Peruvian shamans, they're sucking shamans. They extract things out of people. And we learned that in level 4 in fifth dimensional quantum healing of how to be a sucking shaman. Means that to pull out all bad energy, all the information out of somebody. So in that aspect, we're very similar. It's identical. And the only difference is that a lot of times the indigenous shamans of Peru or Amazon, they use medicine and to enhance their powers and to enhance their connection to the invisible world. In fifth dimensional quantum healing, we don't use any external things. We don't use medicine because we do access the invisible world by learning and doing active meditations. And through the active meditations, we come to the same result.
Okay.
That's
all right.
We differ with each other. Yeah. All right, my dear.
Okay.
That was a good question. Okay.
Yeah, because and then the Shambhala multidimensional therapies is also about the love.
Because we have like 10 seconds left, so thank you so much for your call.
I'm so sorry.
No worries. We appreciate your call and your question. I wanted to thank Zarathustra so much for being with us on the show today and answering all the questions and sharing your wisdom. And once again, if you want to get more information about his upcoming events around the world on healing training programs, go to zarathustra.tv. Thanks, everyone. Have a blessed week.
Thank you very much, Sheila. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.